Hello YouTube, it's PC Gaming Scotland here and welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are well and gaming lots. So in today's video we'll be looking at the most recent gaming news of the last week, and what a week it has been for gaming news in general. We've got some games to look over and talk about, so let's jump right into the video. So before we get into the video, this is just my thoughts and sort of speculation, and I will be bringing you release dates of a couple of games that have just been announced this week. As always, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section where we can continue the discussion further. First up we have Death Stranding. Now for a long time we have not received any information whatsoever, but that all changed a couple of days ago. We finally got a gameplay trailer and a release date, so this is long overdue. I really am not sure about the gameplay trailer. What I mean by that is I don't really know what's going on in the mind of Kojima or in the Death Stranding world. However, I am intrigued by previous trailers, by this new trailer, and I'm really wanting to know and find out more in the coming months ahead. Now we did get a release date of November 8th, which is very surprising. I was not expecting this game till at least 2020, if not beyond that, but it's very surprising and it's very welcomed. November the 8th, 2019, Death Stranding. It's obviously got a pre-order thing going on at the minute, collector's edition with like a briefcase and like the baby you see in the trailer, a lot of cosmetic items, gold items I may add, and other sort of bits and pieces as well. But that does mean one thing. From the looks of it, from previous trailers, it looks like there's a government group called Bridges. It looks like there's a good group and almost like a dark side group with all sort of evil sort of monsters and the lion, and they've got a lot more new characters that we found out about. Man with a golden mask, we've got a few female characters, and it does look very intriguing on the trailer. So basically it looks as though these three Splinter Cell groups, or there could be more, there probably will be more when the game comes out, are all vying for power and domination in this world. It's a very fractured world. It's almost to do with life and death, maybe some sort of reincarnation in there as well, possibly. And Kojima said himself, it's all about bringing people together and the connections between us all that will triumph over any sort of bad thing that potentially could happen in the game. So it's all about human connection, that connection to other people, and an outright kindness and love for our future human beings. So that does sound really interesting. However though, moving on to the second game that we're going to talk about, The Last of Us Part 2, that does mean The Last of Us Part 2 is potentially getting pushed back to early 2020. Not the best news if you're a massive fan of The Last of Us. It was initially meant to be releasing the end of this year, maybe October, November time, but because Death Stranding is now announced for November the 8th, that could still get pushed back, but I don't think it will. Kojima has previously said it is coming 2019, so just for breathing space, they're not going to have The Last of Us Part 2 in October and Death Stranding in November. So unfortunately it does mean that The Last of Us Part 2 looks as though it's getting pushed back to early 2020, maybe February, but definitely in quarter one of 2020. That is that. Now for the third game that we're going to talk about today is Call of Duty 2019. Now we all thought it's going to be Modern Warfare 4, as there was rumours that Modern Warfare 2 Remastered was going to be a thing, and that may be brought into a bundle version of Modern Warfare 4 and Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. But it's actually, COD 2019 is actually a total reboot of the Modern Warfare franchise. I don't really know what to make of that, to be honest, because Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 was the first game of that franchise, a modern shooter in the modern world, originally released in 2007 on the PS3 and recently got remastered for the PS4 in 2016 with added loot boxes and microtransactions. So we'll have to wait and see how that does turn out, but we did get a trailer and it does look fantastic, a lot more gritty and a lot more modern conflicts for a modern audience. What we know so far is there's no season pass or the traditional season pass. There's going to be crossplay between console and PC gamers, but it does look like on the PlayStation trailer the PlayStation exclusivity deal is still continuing for this game, so we might get extra content first on PS4 for maybe a few weeks, maybe 7 days before Xbox players and PC players can play it. There's no specialists, the traditional characters like if you've played Overwatch or if you played previous Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4 games, you know each character's got a special ability that can be used in multiplayer. There's going to be no traditional specialists, but there's going to be something called operators. These are soldiers with different skins almost, so there's going to be customization with different sort of soldiers with different accents, different nationalities, different sort of themes of clothing, etc. etc. We did see COD 4 customization in the remaster, where you could customize the look and feel of the soldier, but it didn't give any sort of additional benefits to your character in game. It's totally cosmetic, but we do know COD points are returning, so that does fill me with dread. I could maybe compromise at the thought of cosmetic items only, but really I just want to play the game, have a lot of fun with friends, and unlock items as I progress, like the traditional Call of Duty progression system allows us to do. Any sort of real money that you use to buy in-game items to give you that advantage over your other players is what I'm totally against. It's Activision, they've said there's no season pass. I take all these things with a pinch of salt. They're a business, they want to make as much money as possible, but anyway, the trailer does look fantastic. Also, we're going to have multiple special editions. You've got your base edition with the game and a couple of in-game items, potential collector's edition with soundtrack and art book, etc. And depending on where you get the game, well, you'll get different in-game items with it as well, which is obviously, I think it's got potentially 5 different items depending on where you get the game from, but to be honest, I'll just be getting the normal base game with a couple of in-game items and we'll just take it from there. For the third mode, we know Call of Duty is famous for their third mode. There's going to be no zombies, no infection mode, so if you're looking for that sort of extra mode in this game, you'll be disappointed. Possibly a new Spec Ops mode. This hasn't been confirmed, but obviously we will find out more as the weeks and months go ahead. We might find more out at E3, we don't know, but there's always a multiplayer reveal. I think previous years it's been sort of June, July, August sort of time. We are now in June, so we've probably got another couple of weeks to wait for a potential multiplayer reveal, which I think we might see at E3. I could be totally wrong on that, but I think it'd be a good time to announce some sort of multiplayer just to get ahead of the curve, because Sony's not going to be there at E3, and that is releasing on October the 25th 2019, which isn't very long to wait. So just to recap, Death Stranding got a new gameplay trailer and reveal of November the 8th. That does mean The Last of Us Part 2 looks like it's getting pushed back to 2020, and we've got new trailer, a new reboot of Call of Duty 2019 called Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It's a reboot of the traditional Modern Warfare franchise. It's got no season pass, it's got crossplay, it's got different operators instead of specialists, it's got multiple additions like always, it's got no zombies, affection mode, possibly a new Spec Ops mode, and that is releasing October 25th 2019. So guys, that has been a fantastic week of news. Let me know your thoughts down below. Are you excited? Are you intrigued? Do you want to know more about these games? And also tell me, will you be watching E3 this year, and what games you want to see from E3? But as always, that has been today's video. Thank you very much for watching. I've been PH Gaming Scotland, and I'll see you on another video. Thanks very much to you guys. Bye bye.